Right. Origins of language curriculum design. So that's the main topic. But within this topic, we're going to see how early approaches to vocabulary selection influenced language teaching methods, and then how the quest for language teaching methods led to the notion of syllabus design in the earlier parts of the 20th century. Right. So the question which intrigued so many applied linguists earlier on was, what's the basic criteria? What procedures could be used to, determine word lists, the words which are useful for learners, the words which the learners could acquire and can use for language learning. So that was the key question faced by applied linguistics. Right. The earliest approaches to vocabulary selection were revolved around different factors, and one of those factors was the notion of teachability, what to teach. For example, the words were chosen which were concrete, which could be easily used in the classroom. For example, pen could easily be used in the classroom with the help of some visuals and through the use of direct method, right? And another component was the similarity, how words are similar to each other, or how words derivate from each other. For example, if you think about flower, so you might be thinking about plucking the flower. So that was some of the earlier procedures, right? And availability, to teach the words which are readily available. For example, the word classroom, although it might not frequently happen in the corpus materials used for vocabulary selection. And another criteria was coverage. The words, for example, how one word covers the other word. If you just think about that table, and then you might think about the page on the table, right? So defining power, how one word could could be useful to define another word. For example, for defining power, if Richards, in his book Language Curriculum Design, has put a beautiful example. If you want to choose the word container, you might think about the bouquet or jar. So there was the defining power, which was actually became early criteria to choose words for syllabus design. Right. Right. The vocabulary selection, the criteria was graded into different levels and different words. For example, early 500 words, and then they got a second 500 words. So this has been a major area of research since 1920s, like what words to select and what not to for language teaching. Right. So we've got a reference book, it's a West General Service List, 1953. So it became a reference list for textbooks writers. What words to be selected and what not to be selected. So this actually became a reference book, and you could see this one online as well. And we've got one of the examples for early 1,000 words, which was like able, art. Very simple words. And then we got act, across, and then alone, belong, change, dark, and then dress, and I, and full. So these were very simple words which were thought to become early 1,000 words for language learning. And similarly, we've got another example of second 1,000 words. These are a bit heavy words, but useful for language learning. So these were derived from existing corpus, right? So we've got anxiety and civilized, and we've got strict and vain and polite and poison and pinch and ray and neglect and lodging. So these examples actually indicate like that the applied linguists were basically concerned with how to simplify words for language teaching, right? And as compared to the notion of simplification of the English language.